What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very well. I think this is the real Gingy right here, by the way. I think, anyway. He's going crazy on the dummies here. Anyway, just thought I would... he's looking pretty rad over there on the rogue. Rogue's pretty broken right now. Let's talk about Frost DK. I want to talk about the tier set bonus for Frost DK. I'm going to cover a Breath build and an Oblit build. And keep in mind, I'm not a super professional on Frost DK. I would love to hear your comments from you people who really play Frost DK a lot. I kind of have, again, a pretty good understanding of how it works, but certainly not my main by any stretch of the imagination. But I want to bring this to your attention and talk about the tier set bonus and a couple of the interesting interactions going on. So let's just dive right into it. Chill Streak's range is up by 4 yards. Very good, right? Because Chill Streak traditionally has had a really dog water range. That's the nice way of saying it. So its range right now is 12 yards, which is really nice. It was like 6, right, for a long time, I think. So they upped it to, I think they upped it by 2, and then this gives you 4 more. So very, very good. Now it'll actually bounce to all the enemies that you want it to. Each time Chill Streak bounces off of an enemy, your damage goes up by 4%, up to a max of 20%. Very, very good. For all situations, because not only is it going to be doing extra damage for you, but buffing the rest of your damage by 20%. Massive, massive buff there. So the 2-piece is already looking pretty good. Here's where it gets really good, though. Chill Streak can bounce 2 additional times, and each time it bounces, you have a 30% chance to gain a rune, reduce Chill Streak's cooldown by 5 seconds, or reduce the cooldown of Empowered Rune Weapon by 6 seconds. And I forgot to mention, with the 2-piece, it can bounce off of you now. So now you can take Chill Streak in a single target situation, and it will be perfectly fine. Is that another Echo guy? I don't know. Anyway, this is really, really cool. There's some great quality of life here. Having Chill Streak be able to bounce off of you is fantastic. Obviously, in single target, this means that you can use Chill Streak. Another note here is that when it bounces off of you, it does not consume a charge of the actual bounce of Chill Streak. So on the tooltip here, you can see Chill Streak can bounce up to 11 times. So that means when you're on single target, it will bounce at least 11 times onto the boss or whatever target you're on, right? Now, obviously, you can take these bonuses here. Piercing Chill makes enemies suffer 10% more damage from Chill Streak each time they are struck. That means that if you're on a single target boss, you can make it do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's going to keep going all the way to 110% because it doesn't consume the bounce when it bounces back to you. Very, very important. Now, also, Enduring Chill, I think, is going to be the way to go because this is going to add more bounces, right? Chill Streak's bounce range is increased by another 2 yards. That's why I'm getting 14 instead of 12, right? That's what that is. 12 instead of 10. So if you want the extra 2 yards, you got to take Enduring Chill, and it'll go from 10 yards to 12. Probably not the most important thing, but still, that's actually quite a bit of a difference there. And each time Chill Streak bounces, it has a 20% chance to increase the maximum number of bounces by 1. This is huge, right? So you're going to take this from a base bounce of 11, probably up to somewhere like 15 on average. I would say on average, you're looking to get maybe around 15 bounces. I was getting 14 to 15 in most of the tests I think that I did, okay? So that is, I think, on average what you can expect to get. Sometimes you can go nutty and get like 18 bounces, but I don't think that that's going to be the case on average. Now, this is a pretty interesting set. It does force you to take Chill Streak, which if you don't want to take it, you know, I get it, but it's really buffing it, and it's really giving you a good reason to take it. So the thing right now is that nobody takes Chill Streak on live, so you are going to have to sacrifice some talents somewhere. Currently, I'm sacrificing my Remorseless Winner talents right here. I don't know if this is the best play. It's just kind of what I've played around with and the damage that I've been able to kind of cook up, and I like it so far. So just know you're going to have to sacrifice something to get Chill Streak. But I think it's worth it because this tier set bonus is actually quite cool. Now, there are 2 potential builds that you can still run. There's going to be an Oblit build, and I think there's going to be a Breath build. And I'll show you the Breath build in a second. This is how the talents would kind of change. But let's start out with the Obliteration build just to see what that kind of looks like. I think the most interesting part about this tier set is going to be the 4-piece bonus, which says you have a 30% chance every time it bounces to either get a rune, reduce Chill Streak's cooldown by 5, or reduce Empowered Rune Weapon by 6. They just nerfed this. It used to reduce the cooldown of Empowered Rune Weapon by 10 seconds, and they nerfed it to 6. I think I've got it here. That's the overview. Give me a second. I think I've got it right. Yeah, here we go. So here's the nerfs that they made. Frost, chance to trigger reduced to 30%. This is the 4-piece bonus I was just talking about. Used to have a 40% chance to trigger one of those cool buffs. Now it only has a 30% chance. Reduces the cooldown of Empowered Rune by 6 seconds, and it was 10, okay? So, I fixed an issue with Chill Streak not decrementing a bounce when it bounced off of the Death Knight. So, right. So, it was, I think it was consuming the buff, but it won't anymore when it bounces off of you. So, just know this got nerfed a little bit. It was a little bit too strong. But, with the 2 charges of Empowered Rune Weapon, if this reduces the cooldown of Empowered Rune Weapon even more, you're going to have significant uptime on Empowered Rune Weapon. I think it's going to be really, really strong. So, that is a really cool thing. But if you also reduce the cooldown of Chill Streak a little bit, it's always going to line up perfectly with Pillars of Frost, because you're cooling down Pillars of Frost with the Obliteration build. So, ideally, on a basically a 45-second rotation, you're going to always have Pillars of Frost and Chill Streak up almost always at the same time. It depends how much cooldown reduction you get on Pillars of Frost, but that's kind of the idea, I think, is you want to be combining these two together so that you're just smacking with Obliterates and all that stuff. And here's what it kind of looks like. Let's do the Obliteration build, then I'll show you the Breath of Sindragosa build. I am going to put my turnip down. Let's make sure we get extra damage, because we'll give a turnip here to Gingy too. Maybe he's going to need that. There we go. There's our extra target. Okay, here we go. So we're going to throw down... I actually am not even taking Frostworm's Fury anymore. Now, I don't know if this is the correct play, but our tier set has nothing to do with Frostworm's Fury anymore, so I'm not taking it. I'm just going to go all in on this Chill Streak kind of buff here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with a Remorseless Winter, and we're going to throw down Death and Decay, and then we're going to get going into our rotation. So here we go. Death and Decay. Here we go. Oh, we're lagging pretty hard. And here we go. We're doing this. I don't know why it's lagging so much. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is going on. But anyway, you can see the damage is quite significant. We're going to keep going with another Death and Decay. Keep going. Another Empowered Rune Weapon. Now, we're reducing the cooldown of Empowered Rune Weapon, which is great. Oh my god, I apologize for the lag. This was not happening 2 seconds ago. Why is it doing that? I might just have to redo this if it keeps doing that. Okay, a little bit better there. Maybe if I just don't move. Anyway, it reduces the cooldown of Empowered Rune Weapon. It's reducing the cooldown of Chill Streak itself. And you can see I have Pillars of Frost back up with a Chill Streak. I'm going to go Remorseless Winter, D&D, and we're going to go right into our window here. Here we go. Obliterate, Obliterate to get the extra cleave going. And our damage is really solid. I'm just going to pause this right now because this is so awful. But you can see the damage there. I don't know what it's suddenly just lagging. It literally wasn't doing this 5 seconds ago when I was testing it, so love that. Here's the Obliterate build, of course. Obliterate is going to be your top damage. Now, we were peaking at about, I don't know, 300k or something there, 300 and something with our burst. Again, what's really cool about this build in particular is that you're going to get these big, like, these big 45-second burst windows. You can see Chill Streak doing a significant amount of damage. We cast it twice, right, in that fight, and it ended up doing almost 2.1 million of our damage, 15.5% of our damage. Very, very good. Glacial Advance, Frost Fury, Howling Blast, it's all there. We're now have nothing to do with Frostworm's Fury anymore. It's all about Obliterate and Chill Streak. And I think that this build is actually going to be quite strong. This is kind of how you would set it up. And it doesn't play that much differently than what you're used to playing right now. You play the exact same way. You pop Pillars of Frost, and you're alternating between Obliterate and something like Glacial Advance. Obliterate and Frost Strike, right? To trigger that with Obliteration down here. So there's really nothing different about the way that you're playing. You're just adding in this Chill Streak buff ability that's going to do a ton of extra damage and is also going to give you these cool buffs, right? Cooling down your rune weapon and or cooling down Chill Streak itself, or of course getting a rune, having a chance to give you a rune. So that is really solid, and I like the Obliterate build. This is what I'm more comfortable with playing, and I think it works very, very well. I think the The cleave part of Obliterate, of course, is still completely overpowered in AoE when you get that Death and Decay down. But it's just nice to have this extra button that really pumps a lot of damage in AoE. And you can see it hit 38 times, right? And we only cast it twice. So that's roughly 18 bounces per time, right? 18 times 2 is 36. So it's actually like 18 to 19 bounces per cast of Chill Streak. We got 18 and 19 bounces on each one of those. That's insane. That is crazy how much that's giving us there. So that is a lot of bounces on Chill Streak. And again, every time it bounces, there's a chance you'll get one of these buffs. So I think it's very, very significant, especially in AoE. Now, let's look at a breath build really quickly here. I really hope it doesn't lag out again. I apologize for how laggy that was. I don't think there's any way I can change it right now. There's something wrong with the PTR. But here's kind of a breath build that I would set up. I don't know if this is the best way to set up. Let me know in the comments down below. Actually, let's get rid of Frostworm's Fury. Is there something else we can add here? We might add in like a Remorseless Winter buff or just do another Enduring Strength. I'm not really sure. I don't think we need the Frostworm anymore. I think we need a way to... We just need as much runic power generation as we can possibly get. So... But I don't think there's any other way to get that. We're just going to get extra damage. Yeah, let's extend. Let's just extend that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to build up as much runic power as we possibly can. And then we're going to do breath. Okay? So we're going to start out with this. Here we go. And it's lagging again. I apologize once again for this. We'll get some Obliterates in. There we go. Okay, now we're going to breathe. There we go. Now it's going to really, like, watch our damage spike, though. Just watch the damage on the left side. Don't look at anything else. Remorseless Winter again. We'll do Howling Rune, and we're still breathing. We're still breathing as much as we possibly can. I did a whole bunch of Obliterates there just to get the cleave going, and our breath's going to fade here in a minute. And there you go. That is the Breath of Sindragosa window there. Again, I really apologize for the lag. I'm not going to do any more on the dummies there. But I think, again, I want to do a couple things to note here. My stats are, like, horrifically bad. So if you had better stats, which you will on the live servers, then you're going to be able to keep breath going for a much longer time. My trinkets are, like, absolute garbage. I just grabbed stuff that was on the PTR. This crit one I think is quite good, but this is not the ideal setup for the Breath of Sindragosa build, and that's okay. But this thing, I believe, you will be able to actually go really, really hard with Breath of Sindragosa, primarily because Chill Streak can give you a rune, and it's going to reduce the cooldown of empowered rune weapons. So you, especially the one that gives you a rune, because you're going to want to be pressing Obliterate or Howling Blast, and that's going to be giving you runic power back. So generating runes will help you generate runic power because you are going to be able to press these buttons more often. So I think the breath build will actually have some life to it, and you'll be able to extend breath for quite a long time. More so than I think you can on the current tier set, which doesn't have any interactions with your runes. It just sort of sends down an extra Frostworm, right? Which is a good thing. But I think you might be able to do a really good breath build. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that I can't test it right now for you without making the game completely brick and die. But I think my conclusion here is that both builds are going to work out perfectly fine. Okay, they're both going to be fine. You will be able to play an Oblit build or a Breath of Sindragosa build. They're both going to be really strong. And I think that your damage is going to be fantastic in AoE. In terms of single target, I don't really know how this is going to look. I was doing a little bit of testing on it. It didn't feel particularly good, but I will give it a little test here. I don't know why I have these here. I'll give it a little test here. Oh, we want to get rid of Glacial Advance. I don't have a pure single target setup quite yet. So just keep that in mind. There's a couple of things I probably want to change. I'm going to put this here and get rid of that AoE. But you're still going to take Chill Streak because, again, this can bounce off of you. And this is a really important question that people had is, like, how is this going to work in single target? So I'll show you with this build right here. Again, somebody let me know what talents would be better for single target. I'm not entirely sure how good this would be. But it's important to just know that Chill Streak is going to work on single target. And, again, it's going to bounce, like, at least 11 times on the boss here. I hope the game doesn't lag out too hard here. But let's take a look at how this looks. Here's an Obliterate build on single target. We're going to run in, pop this. Here we go. We're going to pop our Chill Streak. Oh, it's bouncing to somebody else. Oh, that's not good. See, the range is too good now. I was hoping it wouldn't do that, but it did. We'll pop a Bombo Limb. So we're getting a little bit of extra AoE damage here. This is not the greatest. I wish I had my turnip. There's no dummies that are like far enough away from everybody else. It's actually so incredibly annoying. One of Winter. Again, you're doing the same thing that you would normally do. You're trying to cool down Pillars of Frost as much as you can. That's all you're really doing here. It's pretty simple, but you get the added bonus of having Chill Streak, and Chill Streak is almost back. It's going to line up exactly with our Pillars of Frost. We're going to do both our buffs here. Here we go. Get the Chill Streak going. And it's going to do lots of big damage. I think that this is going to be good. I'm playing this horrifically. I know you guys will be able to play this better than me. I absolutely know that. And the game is being really laggy right now, which is also very annoying. Sometimes that just happens on the PTR. But I do think your single target damage will be fine. And getting this extra little bonus of the Chill Streak, giving you the runes and giving you potentially cooldown reduction on Empowered Rune Weapon in particular, that is very powerful. Getting runes in single target is fantastic. Here we go. Here's another Pillars of Frost. And we'll do Chill Streak right now. And then we'll keep going with this. And hopefully it's going to cool itself down. And you just keep going with your regular rotation here. So it's nothing too crazy. The damage is actually going to be solid. It's not looking good right now. I get that. But it will be good once you sort of, if you're playing this correctly with the right trinkets and the right stats. My stats are so bad. So that's how that works. You're just getting the extra bonuses. That's the big benefit you're getting in single target. Chill Streak can bounce off of you, so it won't lose any bounces, and you're getting that big, big bonus of either generating a rune or the other buffs, but the rune one in particular is going to be super strong. You can see Chill Streak's damage, super high. It's actually going to be super high on single target. It hits really hard, guys, so that's it. I think that there are two solid builds. I think there's going to be a Breath build, and I think there's going to be an Oblit build. This just sort of lets you do more of what you're already doing. So, yes, you have to take Chill Streak, which means you're sacrificing at least 2 talents somewhere else on your tree. But the benefits that you're getting out of it are very, very strong. The damage is really strong, and the extra buffs that you're getting are super strong. So, I think that this is actually a really great tier set bonus, and I love that they've made Chill Streak work in single target now. That's like the biggest thing that is really fun about it. It means you have absolutely no reason to not take this in every single situation that you're doing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I apologize again for how laggy it was. It's kind of been laggy all morning. I was hoping it would go away. It is not. I've tried changing all my add-ons and stuff. It didn't change anything. So, but let me know what you think about Frost DK in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys, especially you guys who play Frost DK a lot. What do you think about this set? Do you like it better than the current set that focuses on Frostworm's Fury? Please let me know. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I love you all. I will see you in the next one.